is Jeopardy! Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy B with you back once again for another edition of your favorite answer and question show right here at Ep25 Productions. Glad you could join me here once again. Well, it's been a while. We took a little break from this one so we could give some love to the Xbox variant of this game. But I was always going to come back to this one because there's still a lot of clues and a lot of questions that I haven't answered yet here. So we're going to jump back into this one. Let's see. Our current series run here shows me at $35,999. We're going to see if we can add some more to that as we jump into our next game. So I think I played with both of the ladies last time, so we're going to bring Mark in, and we're going to play with Ann this time. So Ann, Mark, myself, let's all jump in, and let's get ready. I'm ready. Play along with me. Let's play some Jeopardy. Alright, first round of the game, of course, was our Jeopardy round. One daily double on the board. And we are looking at these categories. Nursery rhyme aftermaths. Hail to the Kansas City Chief. Paper. Pre-Civil War America. The Play's the Thing. And finally, we'll deal with some basketball rules. Alright, I am up and I will get the first selection. Let us start with pre-Civil War America 200. In the 1790s, Robert Carter, like Thomas Jefferson, a planter in this state, freed hundreds of his own slaves. He was from Virginia. That gives me 200. I'm going to go again. Pre-Civil War 4. James, brother of this Philadelphian, began his publishing Rhode Island's first newspaper in 1732. Who was Benjamin Franklin? Yeah. Alright, pre-Civil War for 6. This pine tree state was the first state to pass prohibition law way back in 1846. What is Maine? Surprisingly, 3 for 3. Good start. A pre-Civil War America for 800. This New York City tavern, built in 1719, is where George Washington bid farewell to his war troops. Francis's Tavern. Alright, for Anne, she picks up her first correct answer, and we continue on. Paper for 6. Tom Hellman Jr. of this Portland paper won a 2001 Pulitzer for feature writing. Who is the Oregonian? Oregonian or Oregonian, depending on how you answer it. And goes again. Basketball rules for 6. This violation is the bouncing of the ball with both hands at the same time. What is double dribbling? I know my basketball. I was saving that for last. Let's go back and finish pre-Civil War America for 1,000. This colony's charter was hidden in a large oak tree from 1687 to 1689. Mark? Incorrect. Got a $1,000 lead. I saw the choices. Yeah, it was Connecticut, and got it right. I think it was between that one and New Jersey. Right, she's tied it up. Her selection. Basketball rules for 400. A player is not going to get very far when he commits this infraction like Wilburys of song. What is traveling? I had to think of what the clue was asking for, so I was like, all right. Let's go back to paper for 200. The big 3 dailies in France are the Liberation, Le Figaro, and this, meaning the world. What is Le Soleil? Oh, no, sorry, Le Monde. I was like, Le Soleil is referring to the sun, I believe, so Le Monde, that's world. I almost messed up on my French in this one. Paper for 4. The first paper published in a Native American language was one in this language in Georgia in 1828. What is Cherokee? Yeah. Reminds me of the Cherokee One Feather. I believe they have copies that are printed both in traditional English and in the native Cherokee language as well. Paper for 8. In 1990, newspaper owner Violeta Chamorro became president of this country. This one I have no idea. Mark buzzes in. Nicaragua. Very good. So only 200 in the hole for him. Trying to play catch up here. Mark's selection. Basketball rules for 1,000. A player commits this infraction if he touches a shot on its downward flight before it touches the basket. What is a goaltending? When I used to play a lot of NBA Street 2, I was guilty of that a lot. You have to block the shot when it's on its way up for it not to be goaltending. If you block it on the way down, it's like, yep, no, not allowed. I've got 3 for 3 in basketball rules so far. Let's finish paper, though, for 1,000. While it's the largest newspaper in Canada, it still uses less than half the amount of newsprint of the New York Times. Don't know actually a lot about Canada newspapers. And goes with... I guess that is incorrect. Well, if we're going to take a shot, I'll go with the capital. What is the Montreal Gazette? Oh. I'm thinking it's either Montreal or Toronto, and I chose poorly in this case. Well, Mark, go for it. Signs would point toward no. No, wait. Last second buzz in. It was Toronto. Yep. I zigged when I should have zagged. But hey, Mark's out of the hole. He's tied with Ann for second place in his selection. Nursery rhyme after mass for 600. About this rhyme, the union doesn't feel that sleeping while the sheep and cows wander away should get you fired. Who was Little Boy Blue? I agree. Not necessarily a fireable offense, but you know, some people feel differently about it. All right, let's get this one out of the way because I'm not very good with plays and literature. The play's a thing, 200. It's the mode of public transport mentioned in a 1947 Tennessee Williams play title. I'll take a shot. What is a streetcar? A streetcar named Desire. Or for those game show enthusiasts out there, a streetcar named Desiree. If you get the reference, bonus points for you. The place of thing, 400. A Broadway play by this man was the basis of the 1978 film California Suite. I have no idea. It was Neil Simon. All right, play for 6. Sean O'Casey's Juno and the Paycock takes place in a tenement house in this capital city. Dublin? It's 600. I'm willing to risk that. What is Dublin? Yeah. Based on the name. The place of thing, 800. This 1938 drama is best known work by Welsh dramatist and actor Emlyn Williams. And that was The Corn is Green. If the corn is still green, leave it on the vine. It's not ripe yet. The place of thing for 1,000. This diminutive Edward Albee play was first produced on Broadway in 1964. It's got to be Tiny Tim, I think. Nope, Tiny Alice. Okay. Anne picks it up. Update 200 for her. And her selection. Hail to the Kansas City Chief for 600. When he retired, this running back, a former Raider, was second to Jerry Rice in career touchdowns with 145. I don't know enough about Kansas City Chiefs history, so I couldn't tell you. Marcus Allen. Makes sense. Mark gets it. It's up to 800. Nursery Rhyme Aftermath for 800. The SPCA has filed a lawsuit against this person who cut off the tails of 3 visually impaired mice. Who is the farmer's wife? I think Bob Barker would have something to say about it as well, but that's another story. Let's get the Kansas City Chief one out of the way too, because I'm not happy about it. 200. This Hall of Fame ex-Chief quarterback is actually much better known as a 49er quarterback. Who is Joe Montana? I'm kidding. It's Joe Montana, I know. But it's funnier to say it the other way. Hail to the Kansas City Chief for 4. This Hall of Fame ex-Chief Len Dawson hosted Inside the NFL on this network. What is... that was... Fox Sports? No. Was it Inside the... I'm trying to think. Was it ESPN? Because it wasn't HBO, I don't think. Really, it was. Okay, I didn't realize they even had an NFL show back in the day. News to me. All right, hails to the Chief for 8. During Super Bowl 4, this head coach actually said, "Let's articulate the ball down the field." Okay. That been Shula? I don't know. Again, I like football. I know more modern history of it. I don't know a lot of the classic history. I need to get into studying that since at the time of recording this particular episode, folks, the NFL season just got underway this weekend. So, Hank Stram was the correct answer there. Let's finish off for 1,000. When teams tried to run at this 6'7", 274-pound defensive lineman, they stopped there. Oh, who's Buck Buchanan? The buck stops there. Of course. Why did I not pick up on that clue? Should have had it. All right. Nursery Rhyme Aftermath for 1,000. This person was whipped after stealing a pig. Some consider it cruel and unusual punishment. Who is Wee Willie Winky? Oh, okay. I chose poorly here. And buzzes in. Was Tom. Tom who? Tom Green? Tom Jones? Tom Brady? I don't know. Anyway, Anne finds the Daily Double and basketball rules. And again, the computer with these weird bids. She bids $412 to take that much of a lead over me. And her basketball rules, here's the clue. In a game, if neither team has control of the ball, the referee may signal this. Jump. It's a jump ball. Aww. And she misses it. Wasted Daily Double. I would have bet it all had I found it. Anyway, 3 clues left. Nursery Rhyme Aftermath for 4. This juvenile must undergo counseling for making unwanted advances that made the girls cry. That is Georgie Porgy. Georgie Porgy, puddin' pie, kiss the girls, make them cry. Yep, that's sexual harassment nowadays, but you know. Nursery Rhyme Aftermath 2. He settled with the insurance company when he fell apart after toppling from a neighbor's wall. Who's Humpty Dumpty? Hopefully that insurance company was with Progressive. And finally, last clue for 2. An NBA player or coach who receives this many technical fouls in a game is ejected. What is 2? The first one, you take that L. Second one, you take that seat. And at the end of the Jeopardy round, I'm in the lead with 4,600 and has 3,388. And Mark, nothing on the board, but he's going to start first as we play Double Jeopardy. 2 Daily Doubles on the board for this round, and here's our subjects we'll be playing with. Contemporary theater, endings, spaced out, who's a saint, a game of chess, and finally, literally names the same. All right. And we're going to start with Spaced Out for 1600. Not to be confused with KFC, this KSC is Space E Place. What is the Kennedy Space Center? I'm mad that's a $1,600 clue, but I'll take it. Let's stay with Spaced Out. Go back to the top 400. For a great view of Mars, astronomy.com suggests a written number 25 filter in this appropriate color. What is red? It's the red dot in the sky. Makes sense. Spaced Out for 8. The late comet discoverer Gene Shoemaker had his ashes shot to this heavenly body he always wanted to visit. What is the moon? Yes. Alright, Spaced Out for 12. This instant orange-flavored drink was popular with the kids in the 60s because astronauts used to drink it. What is Tang? So many references to that. Let's finish Spaced Out for 2. Stargazers know that the planetarium in Copenhagen is named for this Danish astronomer. Is it Copernicus? Aww. It's 2000. It put me well into a massive lead, but you know what? I don't think I want to risk it. But my guess would have been Copernicus. Because I remember him talking about stars. Mark buzzes in. Oh, it's Tycho Brahe. So, alright, so he's on up to 2000. He's in second place in his selection. Contemporary theater for 2000. John Cullum of Northern Exposure got Broadway exposure as a toilet tycoon in this hit musical. I didn't realize there was a musical about a toilet tycoon. Urinetown. Makes sense to me. Mark your selection. Contemporary theater for 12. In 2001, Mario Thomas got all dolled up to play this Valley of the Dolls author in the play The Paper Doll. Mark says, who was Jacqueline Suzanne. Up to 3,200, and Mark is going to take his receipt to the sperm bank because he's looking for a comeback right now. Anyway, literary name's the same for 800. Natalia wrote The Sunken Garden. Stephen stayed above ground with the Red Badge of Courage. What was Crane? Yes. Got it. Okay. So, two things have the same literary name. I have to name them. Okay, gotcha. Alright, game of chess for 1600. When setting up to start a chess game, remember the rule queen on this. Queen on opponent's color. Okay. Is it queen on same color? Yep, queen on her color. Yep. Got it backwards. Alright, Mark gets up to 4,800. And who's the saint for 1,200? Hats off to Ambrose, patron saint of this major Italian city. Take a shot. What is Venice? That was the one I had in mind, so I was like, I'm going with it. Marker N? Anybody? Nobody? Alright, Milan. Milan, Italy. Of course. Mulan. I'll get you. Anyway. Endings for 2000. This reformist era, named for its forward-looking ways, ended when the U.S. entered World War I. I'll take a shot. What is the progressive era? Haha! Context clues gave me the answer there. Let's go with contemporary theater for 4. In 1998, more than a century after that incident with an axe, this accused murderer got a musical. Who is Lizzie Borden? And we are turning this bus around and we're going back the right way again. Alright, contemporary theater for 8. The 2001 play Snatches depicts in snatches of a phone conversations between Monica Lewinsky and this former friend. Who is Linda Tripp? Yeah. All right. And contemporary theater 16. Bob Gatto of Four Seasons wrote the music for a new musical based on Kathleen Turner Nicolas Cage film. What is Peggy Sue Got Married? Never heard or seen of it. Need to look into it. All right. Let's try endings for 1600. We'll go up this one. Remember this Baltimore ballpark? The Orioles played their last game there in 1991. What is... I want to say it's Camden Yards. What's Camden Yards? No. Fail. Probably. I know you sports people are out there yelling at me or typing in the comments below. You idiot! That's not what Camden Yards is. Oh, remember Memorial. Wow. Again, literally, it just hit me. Like, I'm very slow today on picking up on the context clues here, but remember, in quotation marks, as remembering, memory, memorial, remembrance, you fool! See, no matter what a lot of people say to themselves out there, I will be my own worst critic if this stuff, especially when it comes to trivia. So I don't have to ever worry about that. Nonetheless, it is. Oh, it's still my selection. All right, let's try endings for 12. And it's just one of the daily doubles. Okay. As I look at the scores, I have a $4,200 lead over Mark. I've not done very well with this, so I'm just going to bet 600. To bring me to an even 8,000, here's the clue. In 1995, the marriage of these Shakespearean actors and co-stars did wither like the leaf in an autumn's chill. Who is Helena Bonham Carter and Tim Burton? Nope, it was Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson. All right, small step back, but I still have the lead. My board. Let's try endings for 8. In 2001, the U.S. destroyed its last of these shelters from Minutemen missiles as required by the START Treaty. A silo, right? All right, what is a silo? Yeah, there we go. I got that money back, plus a little extra. Back up to 7,600. Endings for 4. In 2001, Gray Davis opened the football one of these, which some said ended California's era of building new ones. It's a freeway. There you go. All right, and Mark selection. Half the board to go. Literary names the same for 1600. The 1874 novel His Natural Life by this Aussie author, named Marcus, was still a good read in 2001. Here's Clark. Makes sense. All right, where's Anne going? Names the same for 12. Last name of an Edward who wrote A Venetian Lover and of the better-known author of Firestarter. Don't know it. It's King. Oh, okay, that was Stephen King, though. Fair enough. All right, and again, for 2000. Travel writer Robert, he could have Childe Harold take a pilgrimage on his road to Oksana. Robert Wordsworth, maybe? Oh, Robert Byron. Okay. Mark up to 5,600, trying to play that catch-up game. And we're going to who's the saint for 800. Saint Maximus shared this nickname with England's King Edward, who died in 1066. It's the Confessor. Very well. All right, Mark, select again. Game of Chess for 2000. The final stage with most of the pieces off the board. It's also a Samuel Beckett play title. What is the end game? That I actually remembered. And I don't play chess regularly. All right, you know what? So one category I think I can get some money off of. So let's go Game of Chess for 12. In casting, you put one of these, also called castles, or castling, in a stronger attacking position. What is the rook? And I forgot, it's castling, not casting. I misread that. Game of chess for 8. This chess term for the Italian to trip up, in which opening pieces are sacrificed, has come to mean any stratagem. What is a what is a ploy? No, not a ploy. Was it a tactic? Was it a ruse, perhaps? I don't think it's a gambit. Either way, Ann got it wrong. So Mark's the only one left who can buzz in for it. And I don't think he's going to. Wow, it was a gambit. Okay, game show lovers can now officially boo me in the comments section for missing that. Yeah, game of chess for 4. It's customary but not obligatory to declare when you have your foe in this, which could occur several times in a game. What is checkmate? Or what is check? Checkmate is when you've beaten them. That's game over. Alright, literary name's the same for 4. Let's see if I can get one of these. Poet Robert, who wrote The Ruling Passion, or prose writer Tom, who kept his common sense. Oh, who wrote that? I literally just asked somebody that question the other day on one of the shows. I don't remember who it was. Was it Paine? Thomas Paine. Yeah, Thomas Paine. Yeah, I mentioned it in Hamilton as well. I'm kicking myself right now, folks. I really am. Alright, 3 clues left. Time to figure out who the saint is. 400. This legendary saint is usually depicted giving a young Jesus a piggyback ride. Huh. I've always wondered if where it happened to the literature about Jesus as a child. Because it never seems to be found. Or at least I don't know of it. 1600. It's the other daily double. Under a category I know nothing about, so I'm just going to risk my 400. I'm going to stay above 10,000, dang it. Here's the clue. This founder of Friars Preachers lent his name to a Caribbean republic. Was it who's Saint Dominic? Yep. Dominican Republic. I could have been a contender. Sadly, I wasn't. Now the last clue. Saint Basil was famous for these collections of tales about creatures like the griffin. And Mark gets it incorrect. At a crucial time, you know what? I'm just going to take not take this L and stay right here because I'm not going to even try and guess. Because at 10,800 right now, the correct answer who are other beastries. 10,800 means this is a runaway for me for the first time in a while. So let's just see what kind of damage I can either do to myself or continue to win as we look at today's final Jeopardy category, which is this. Medical words. That's actually tempting enough for me to actually go for it. Alright, well, let's do some math. Mark has 3,600. If he doubles up, that most means he can win a 7,200. So the most I can wager would be $5.99 and then 3. So $35.99 is what I can wager and still win. And you know what? I'll go for it because I'm confident enough to think that I can nail this. So let's see what the final clue is. After either's first use in surgery, O.W. Holmes coined this word from the Greek for the condition it produced. That's gotta be anesthesia. And it's anesthesia. I could have been a contender. I could have had over possibly 40 grand had I managed to get that daily double. But hey, $35.99 gives me the win today. $14,399. Mark got his right, and Ann got hers right with an $8 bid. Woo! Way to be a big spender there, Ann. All right, 78% accuracy on today's episode. Not bad. Mark had 64, Ann had 57. 4 out of 5 questions correct today. I am actually not bad about that. All right, a good run from me brings my total now on this series right now, $50,398. And that is all the time we got here for this episode of Jeopardy. Thanks a lot, much for watching. If you learned anything or what you found interesting, leave me a comment down in the comment section below this one. And if you want to see other episodes of Jeopardy I've done, check out the full playlist here on the channel. Or if you want to see any of the great game show games I play here, click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at Ep25 Productions. And until we go and question all these answers once again, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Jeopardy. So long now.